ground first of all. So we'll settle in. And you can take your feet long if you want to, or you can keep your knees bent. Maybe take a full stretch as you arrive here. Maybe it's the first stretch of the day. And then just settle in to a comfortable position, just here for a few moments, so not too long. Noticing how we breathe, notice where we breathe. And maybe focus for your practice today is to breathe in and out through your nose, or particularly breathing in through your nose. And you can carry that breath off the mat today as well. Just see if there's times, even when you're walking or sat down, notice if you're breathing in and out through your mouth, and just see if you can switch it and breathe in and out through your nose. So nasal breathing has many benefits. I'm reading a book at the moment, and there's lots of scientific research just to show how with asthma and lots of respiratory disorders, by sort of relearning that nasal breath, is able to help release them, sometimes cure asthma and things. So the breath in and out through the nose is really, really beneficial. Before we move on, as you breathe in and out through your nose, just notice if you seem to be breathing deeper through one nostril more than the other. It's just being aware. Maybe it's just a subtle difference. So for me, it's my left nostril at the moment. But if you practice nasal breathing throughout the day, you'll notice that that switches. And then sometimes you'll be breathing through your right nostril more than the left. And it's a way that the physical body can, an emotional body can regulate. So perhaps if we're quite stressed, then the left nostril will come in a little bit more to try and ease and relax you. And again, if you need a bit more stimulation, then maybe the right nostril will take the breath in a bit more. So just a little bit of teaching on the nasal breathing. Take one more breath here. And exhale fully. Inhale, lift the arms up above the head. Keep the arms lifted. And then exhale, if you've got enough room, allow the hands to come out left to right and sweep all the way back down by your side. Notice how that feels in the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep the hands out left to right. Again, being aware of perhaps the difference through both sides. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out, hands back down by your side. Sweeping that circle. And taking them the other way now. So as we breathe in, hands circle out. And as we breathe out, hands come back down by your side. Moving through the air. Breathing in, hands circling out. And breathing out, hands back down. Let's do one more. Breathing in, Opening up through the chest, through the armpit area. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Bending the knees, bringing the feet to the floor. Nestle your shoulders under, heels firmly planted, palms planted. Inhale. Start to roll through the spine, lifting the hips, coming into our bridge pose. Don't have to lift too high. Stay here for a moment, activating through the legs. So notice if they start to open slightly, can you keep the knees level with the hips? Imagine there's a block in between your legs. And then exhale, lowering back down. Keeping the knees where they are, keeping the feet where they are, allow the knees to bend. I want you to allow the knees to sort of roll towards the left. As they do, reach the right arm up and behind you, so you're stretching into this side. Left hand can be wherever's comfortable. And then exhale, roll it back. Take it to the other side. Knees fall towards the right. Take the left hand up and over. Maybe open up through your chest. And then rolling back. Keep going from one side to the other. You can keep your head on the floor, just rolling from one side. Just this gentle stretch into the side of the body. A few more here, so just move with your breath. Inhaling, extending that arm above the head. Exhaling, rolling back and over. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling, rolling back. Do one more to each side, just warming up through the body. And then coming back through center. Replanting the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up behind you. And as we exhale, navel draws back towards the spine, lifting the arms, lifting the chest and the shoulders. Maybe the hands come down to the legs, making sure we're not crunching through the neck. You can keep the arms lifted, maybe palms face each other like you're reaching something. Navel switched on. And then exhale, release. Inhale, take that stretch. You can start to round through your lower back here. We'll have that arch. And then exhale again, drawing lower back to the floor. Navel draws back, reaching, lifting head and shoulders. Maybe this time you come a bit further. Hands reaching in front of you. And then exhale, release. Inhale, reaching back. And again, exhale, lower back, chin to chest as you roll up. Strong into this core, active. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach. So just moving with your breath now. Exhaling to lift up so we can draw everything together. You can take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. Reaching behind you. So continue. Maybe you can lift a bit higher. Let's do one more. Wherever you are, coming up, exhaling, holding here, hold, hold, breathe, and then release. Notice you can probably feel that core switching on. Bring the knees into your chest, and then wrap your arms around your knees, around your shins, and just rock side to side. So a nice little wake up through the spine, through the core. And then rolling over, coming all the way up, coming into a seat, a cross-legged position, whatever comfortable here. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, send the fingertips forward. chin to chest, rounding through. Inhale, open. Exhale, round through. So think cat and cow here. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding through. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Take length here. Inhale again, and on your next exhale, just folding forwards, allowing the hands to come down to the floor, releasing the head so you don't feel like you have to fold all the way. Hands are active, arms are active. Tuck that chin into the chest. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, draw the hands back. Keep the right hand where it is, so it's just out in front of the right knee. And then take the left arm up. This left arm, right arm can root down into that right knee. If you want to, you can take the left arm up here or bring it to your lower back and roll the shoulder back. Your choice. And then exhale, coming back down. Left hand down to the floor. Inhale, reach. Open up those wings. Exhale, hand comes behind you, maybe on your lower back, rolling the shoulder back. So your choice here. Choose what works for you. Notice if you're crunching through the neck to try and look up towards your hand. Maybe keep the gaze out towards the side. Once more on each side. Right hand comes down, just gently planting. Inhale, take that left arm up. Breathe into the ribs, into this left side. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, down. Inhale, roll up, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, left hand to right knee, roll the shoulders back. Take a twist. Exhale, come back through center, reach both hands back up. Exhale, twist to the other side. And coming back through center. Lovely. From here, coming on to hands and knees. So again, feel free if you need to roll up the mat or have a blanket rolled up to look after these wrists, then please do, or have a couple of blocks. And from here, just coming into our all fours, planting the hands, planting the knees. Claw through the fingertips of the hands so that you almost start to have a little bit of a dome shape through the palm. It doesn't mean the palm's lifting off the ground, but it's just that you have that awareness through the fingertips, through those knuckles. So you're really starting to activate through the hands, supporting the wrists. Inhale, navel draws up towards the spine. Really start to push away through your upper body. You can be on fists here if you need to. Pushing away. Chest reaching up, doming through that upper back. Exhale here. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Be as soft as you need to. You can be as soft as you want through the wrists. Exhale, chin to chest. Moving into our cat pose. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, rounding through. Keep this position in our cat pose. Take a couple of breaths, anchor down through the top of the feet. Soften through the hands, walk the hands forward just a little bit. Tuck those toes and come back into a down dog. So the gaze was back towards the legs already in our cat pose. And then coming into our down dog. If this is too much, you can take a child's pose here, so don't feel like you have to be up here. You can always take a puppy posture. Take a full breath. And then we're going to make our way up to the front of our mat. Slowly finding your way forward fold. Releasing through the crown of the head. Either grabbing hold of opposite elbow here, or you can interlace the hands and bring them behind the head. Just adding a little bit of weight to the back of the head. Soften through the knees. Sometimes this added weight just allows the head to relax and stretch down, but also to perhaps bring you a little bit closer towards your knees. Notice if your weight is shifted in your heels or in your toes. Can you find that even balance here? Take a breath. Wherever your hands are, release. Right hand comes down to the floor straight away. Take that left arm up, bend into that right knee, stretching through the left side. Exhale, left hand down, bend into that left knee, straighten through the right leg, right arm reaches up. Exhale, coming back down, tucking the chin to your chest and slowly rolling all the way up. When you arrive, just pause in your magnificent mountain pose. Just notice how you feel, how maybe this rolling and moving through the arms, already you feel this openness through the chest. So we're going to stay standing here for a moment. As we breathe in, really bend the knees, send the hips down. We're not going to chair pose, but we're just taking these movements a little bit slower today. So bend the knees, bring the hands forward, reach all the way up. Come back to a standing mountain or volcano pose. And then exhale, bend the elbows, soften through the knees just a little bit. Start to pull the arms back. Imagine you're trying to bring the shoulder blades back towards each other. So in this position, maybe your gaze comes up slightly, thumbs are back, pinkies forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down by your side. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So really soften through the knees, bending down. Inhale, reach, push through those feet. Exhale, bending into the elbows, lean back, open up through the chest. So don't lean back too far, listen to your body. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rolling up to standing. Exhale, hands down by your side. Once more, hands drop down to come up. Inhale, reach. Feet are planted. Exhale, bend, lean back. Inhale, reach. And exhale, folding all the way down. Hands come to the earth. Step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. Just take a moment to pause here. On the fingertips, perhaps just getting a little bit of movement. Anchored down through the top of that left foot. Inhale, coming up. Instead of dropping the hips down here, we're going to have the legs rooted. So imagine that they are trying to pull the thighs towards each other. Interlace the hands. Inhale, push the palms away and up. So again, we're opening up through the chest here. And as we exhale, push the hands or drop the arms down, push the hands away from you, chin to chest, rounding through. You can turn the hands the other way if you want to, without the palms facing up, your choice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, navel draws in, rounding through. Legs are strong, legs are staying where they are. Inhale, reach, one more. Exhale, rounding through. Release the hands, drop the hands down. Inhale, reach up with the hands. Exhale, cactus those arms again. So bending at the elbow, looking up. Again, you don't have to come too far back. So you might be here gazing. Maybe you're leaning back. Inhale, reach through the hands. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Take a breath. Notice what's going on in the legs. Anchor down through the top of that back foot. Mine wasn't, and I got a bit of a wobble then. And then release the right hand back, either to the small of your back or to that left thigh. Take that left arm up. Breathing here. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. So we're going to step back into plank. If that's too much, come down. Just move this right knee back onto knees. Okay, or coming into our plank pose, push away from the floor, and then finding your way all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Cobra. Exhale, rolling back down. Tucking the toes. Inhale, rolling up. Come back to down dog. Again, if this is too much in down dog, take a puppy pose. Or you can make your way to the front of the mat and hang out there for a breath or two. And then slowly looking towards the front, making our way up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe take those arms behind you, airplane arms. Exhale to fold. Rooting down through those feet. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. One of these standing chest openers. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Your choice, maybe adding those airplane arms in again. And then rolling back down. Planting the hand, stepping the right foot back down. Lower that right knee to the floor. Come onto the top of the foot. And just start to get a little bit of movement here. Just rocking from side to side. Noticing how you feel. Noticing how the body feels. And then anchor through both feet. And that's what's going to drive you up. Pushing through those legs. Reach the hands up. Activate through those thighs. Take a breath here. Navel draws back. Interlace the hands. Push the palms away from you. On your next exhale, legs staying where they are. Navel draws back, rounding through, pushing the arms away in front. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. So think cat and cow here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. And then release the hands. Take them up. Inhale. Take a moment to soften through those legs just a little bit. And then cactus the arms. Navel draws back. So we're looking after our lower back. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus the arms. Strong. I don't know about you, but I can certainly feel this in my legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus the arms. And then reaching right arm forward, left arm back, twisting to the side. Notice if this left leg is sort of dropping out. Can we pull this left hip back and in? Take a full breath here. Anchor down through the top of that back foot. Inhale, pivot. So the hands come back and up. Left hand back towards the right thigh. Right hand reaching up. Open up through the chest. Don't try and sort of crank through the neck by looking up. Maybe keep that gaze out. Find that lovely space in the chest. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. And from here, stepping back either into plank or to kneeling. Moving through a vinyasa, or feel free to take a child's pose. Take the vinyasa into cobra or up dog, your choice. Meeting back in downward dog. Again, just finding a pose. So don't feel like you always have to be up here. The hands could be here, just stretching through the back. Maybe if you're in down dog, come down into this puppy posture. Really reaching through the hands. Feeling that length through both sides of the body. And then coming back up. Brief down dog and then walking up to the front of your mat. Take a moment here, again, either holding opposite elbow or resting hands on the back of the head. Find some softness. Release the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding back down. Rooting down through the feet. Inhale, roll up, push. Reach those arms, move slow. And then exhale, hands to heart. So observe here, just pause. So we're moving quite slow today. Notice how this ends up sort of building that energy and that strength. I can certainly feel it in my legs. There's a different kind of connection. So we can build that heat and that strength by flowing quite quickly, but we can also find it by moving slowly, allowing the muscles to do their own thing. Okay, they start to build more strength as well the slower we move. So it's proven even weightlifters, you know, if you're standing there just doing this, but actually lowering slowly, engaging those muscles and then lifting. There's lots to be said about slowing it down. Take one more breath. Again, inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Feel free to keep the gaze forward or you can lean back. Inhale, reach again. And this time, exhale, hands come down to your heart or to your waist. So it's your choice. So we're going to come back. We're going to step back in a moment, but I'm going to invite you to do it without looking at the ground behind you, okay? So just trust in yourself. You know where the floor is. Hands to heart or hands to hips. Okay, we're going to shift the weight to the right side. Peel that left leg up, maybe lifting the left knee a little bit high. You can always give it a squeeze here if you want to. And then we're going to step this left foot back. Trust. We arrive here in this high lunge. Again, feel free to drop this knee if you want to. If you're in this high lunge, bend into the back knee just so you can stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Then extend, push that left heel away from you. Again, we're coming back into this gesture with our arms. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull those shoulders back, elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach, head comes back to neutral. Exhale, lean back slightly. Maybe your gaze comes up. Inhale, reaching up again. Exhale, dropping those shoulders, elbows draw back. Take a breath here. Stay here. One more. Inhale, reach. Left arm forward, right arm back. Again, legs are active. Seeing if you can stay here just for a breath. Find your balance. And then exhale, drop the right hand back towards your left thigh, and then inhale, take the left arm up. So just like we did before, but now that back knee is lifted. Feel free. If you need to lower, do. There's lots of options. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to cartwheel the hands all the way down. Left hand comes to the floor. Inhale, take the right arm up, twist. And then exhale, right hand comes on the inside of the right foot. Pivot the left heel down. Keep this front knee bent and then stretch that left arm up. So it's like a side angle twist or trikonasana with a bent knee. Anchor in here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, drive through this front leg, come up to warrior two, and then turn the toes in. Bring the hands onto your hips, superhero pose, so strong. Take a breath. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, trying to get those elbows towards each other. And then exhale, folding forwards. Maybe you pause halfway. Maybe you fold all the way down, crown of the head towards the floor. You can take the feet wider if you want to. Take a full breath here. Breathing deep. Release those hands down. One more breath. Walking the hands over towards the left foot, right hand either on left foot or on the floor towards the left side or left shin. Maybe on that outside of the left ankle, take the left arm up. Exhale, release, swinging over to the other side. Left hand on the outside of that right ankle, not angle, and reach the right arm up. Exhale, coming back. If you widen to the feet, just walk them in slightly and then walk your hands all the way back to the front. Either step up and hang out in a forward fold or a child's pose, or maybe taking a vinyasa. Breathing deep. Moving through. Wherever you are, take a conscious breath. Maybe releasing out through the mouth. If you're in down dog or child's, make your way up to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Releasing the crown of the head. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to switch sides so I haven't got my back towards you. So coming to the top of the mat again, anchor through the feet. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, soften into the knees, bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale, reaching up again. Exhale, folding forwards. We'll come back up. I'm just adding a little bit in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way back up. A little bit of movement there for the lower back. Bring your hands to your heart or to your waist. So your choice. Again, we're going to trust our position of this right leg as we shift the weight to the left side. Peel the right knee up. Feel free to give it a little hug here if you want to. And then stepping that right foot back. Arriving in this high lunge position. Again, bend into that back knee, head over heart, heart over pelvis, then extend. If you need to adjust the feet here, do. Make sure you're not on a tight rope, so you have this space. Settle in here, ground down, and then inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, navel draws in. So we do have this awareness, looking after the lower back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drawing back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, reach. And this time, right hand forward, left hand back. Notice where you are in this position. So maybe you're leaning forward slightly. Can you start to bring head over heart, heart over pelvis? Exhale, release the left hand down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Notice what's going on in the legs. If you've still got that bend in the front leg, still anchoring that heel away. Feel free if you need to lower that right knee to the floor, do. One more breath. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Right hand comes down to the floor. Inhale, take this twist, left hand up. And then exhale, left hand comes on the inside. Pivot this right heel down. So you're in like a warrior two. Left hand plants or fingertips, reach the right hand up. Anchor in, take a breath. Exhale fully. And then driving through these legs. Inhale, coming up, warrior two. Woo. Notice, how does this feel? And then we're going to straighten through that front leg, coming into our wide fold on this side. Open up through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, drawing those elbows back towards each other, folding forwards. Maybe the hands come down to the floor. You can walk the feet a little bit wider if you want to. If your hands are towards the floor, maybe you can walk them back in line with the arches or the heels. Notice if you're dropping the weight into the heels. This is my pattern here. I tend to do this. So I do have to consciously come forward slightly and then fold. So just notice what's going on here. Maybe the head can come down to the floor, maybe not. Just choose. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up halfway. If you widen the feet, just bringing them in a little bit. And again, we're going to take the hands over towards the right foot this time. Left hand either on the ankle, on the shin, reach the right arm up. And again, you can keep the gaze out to the side. It doesn't have to be up here. And this right hand can be on the small of the back. Take a breath. Notice here if you're leaning back, can you find that position on the feet? And then exhale, swinging the hands over towards the left foot. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Slowly walk your hands back to the front. Last chance here for a vinyasa. So feel free, take it or leave it. Moving nice and slow. And we'll meet back in down dog or puppy pose, your choice. Finding that breath, connecting. Upper arm bones rotating out in either pose. If you're in down dog, maybe turn those toes in slightly. Full breath. Soften through the knees, looking forwards. making your way up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Your choice. Folding back down. Root to rise. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So coming wherever on your mat, you can step back into the center if you want to. So we're going to come down onto the floor in a moment. But before we do, we're going to come into a balance. We've been working on our backs, our back bend. So notice how the lower back's feeling. So if it's feeling a little bit niggly, you can take the feet a little bit wider, loosen through the knees and just fold forward for a moment and just rock from side to side. Notice what's going on. And it may be that you decide this is where you're going to hang out for a little bit. Or maybe you roll it back up and you'll come into this balance. So we're going to move into it mindfully. Shift the weight over to your left foot. So you're in this neutral position. Feet are hip distance apart. Shift the weight over, lifting through this right knee. Left hand comes to your heart. You're going to hold on to this foot or the ankle and just see if you can draw your hand back behind you. So you're in like this quad stretch. Maybe this is enough and you stay here and you can practice leaning forwards, making sure we're not locking out of this left knee, but also that we're not dropping everything into this left hip. Or perhaps with this hand on the foot, you start to bring the hand around to the inside of the foot. So you're holding on to the arch. And then inhale, open up through your chest. Reach forward with that left hand, maybe index finger and thumb touch. Maybe you just gently lift this foot up behind you. You can push the hand or the foot into the hand and come into our dancer pose. Take your expression of this pose, so don't feel like you need to push it too far. Lots of work into the lower back today, so you're warmed up nice here, but also listen to what's going on. One more breath. And then exhale, release. See if you can draw it back in. Controlled. Don't worry if you fell. Shake off that standing leg. Release. Reach the hands up. Take the feet wide. Exhale, soften. Come into a forward fold. Bend the knees. Move from left to right. Just take like a sway from side to side. And then coming back, walk those feet underneath the hips. And then slowly rolling all the way up. So arriving again in the center of your mat. Find that connection with the floor. Got a nice thick carpet, so can't feel the floor too great, but just find that lift. And if you notice that you're on the mat and you can't find that balance, perhaps standing off the mat onto something a little bit firmer. Doesn't make much difference for me, but maybe you've got a wooden floor next to you. And then shifting the weight to the right side. Hands at your heart. Peel the left knee up. Keep the right hand where it is. Bring your hand to the ankle of that left leg and then drawing it behind you. Feel free, if you've got a wall or a piece of furniture to hold on to, then please do. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you practice just leaning forwards and up. Okay, lots of variations. And then from here, perhaps you spin the hand around to the inside of this left foot. And then maybe you grow. Leaning forward, reaching forward with that right hand. Lifting that left hip, the left foot, pushing it into that left hand. Again, if this is too much, come back. Making sure we're not locking through this front leg, this right leg. Take one more breath wherever you are. And then slowly, controlled, coming out of our dancer. Release the left foot down. Take the feet wide, and this time, just rock the hips from side to side. Doing a few circles here. Finding that breath. Notice again how you feel. And you can shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And then we're going to come down onto the floor. So coming into a seat, make your way there. Bringing both legs out nice and wide. And again, just notice here. So you can take a moment, maybe you just stay here. Really feeling that length. Lots of work into the body, into the lower back. So it's not always easy, and any back bends can be difficult. And for me, it's my nemesis. I'm not great at back bends and I'm working on it. But I do struggle there. So I'm with you if that's the same. So just notice how you feel here. And then we're just going to bring the hands out in front and just start to fold forwards. Just fold forwards enough so we're not coming all the way, where you can start to feel this stretch in the lower back. So it's coming from the back. Not really bothered about the inner thighs and things, you know, everything will be switched on and start to work. You can soften through the feet. But just till you can feel that stretch in the lower back. Drop the chin to the chest. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. So there's a bit of weight in those elbows. And breathe here. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more. As you breathe in, slowly rolling up, we're going to bring the left heel in and then the right heel in front. So just see if you're able to get into this position. If you need to have a little bit of height underneath your hips, then do. You don't have to have them in really close, but it's just having the left knee in, or the left foot in a little bit closer than the right first of all. And again, inhale, find this length. So we're not reaching the arms up, we're giving our lower back, our back a little bit of a rest here. And then exhale, folding forwards. Now notice how this feels. You'll start to feel it in the hips, in the back. Maybe your forearms can come down to the ground, maybe not. Wherever you are, just breathe. Walking the hands over towards the right side. Stretching. Take a breath. And then walking the hands over to the left. And over this side, you should feel it more in this right hip. Take a breath here. Hips are anchored. Coming back through center. And then rolling back up. Switching the legs, right heel in, left heel on the outside. Again, center yourself and then walk those hands forward. Resting down wherever you can. Take a breath. Breathing deep. Breathing into that space in the lower back. So that wide breath. Walking your hands over towards the left. One breath. And then walking your hands over to the right. Dropping the head. Pushing that left hip away. One breath here. Stretching through this left arm. And then slowly Coming back up. From here, rolling over onto your back. Take your time. As you arrive, bring those knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And then bring your palms to rest on your kneecaps, fingertips facing down towards your feet. Push the knees away from you just a little bit. Not so much so that you start to arch through this back. Okay, we want the lower back still on the connected with the ground. And as you exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, push the knees away. Mindful movement. Exhale in. Inhale away. One more of these. And then keeping the hands on the knees. This time we're going to take the knees out wide as they come into the chest. Then push them away and then draw them back. Just allow the lower back to just move as it will. You can make these circles as big or as small as you want. Trying to exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale as you sweep them away. Reverse the circle. Inhale as you push them out. Exhale as the knees come wide, drawing them in. Two more. Last one. Holding on to this right knee. Send the left foot down and away. Holding on to the right knee with this left hand now. Right hand comes out to the side, either cactus that arm. Just allow it to open and then rolling this right knee over to the left side. Really take this stretch. Breathe into it. Try and anchor down through the shoulders, through the back of that right hand. So we're a little bit more active here than normal. Switching everything on. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, soften. Releasing the body into the stretch. Maybe the head turns to the right side. And then slowly rolling it back. Bring both knees back into the chest. Give them a squeeze. And then holding on to that left knee, send the right foot away. Squeeze it in. And then again, open out to the side. So left knee draws across to the right. As you arrive here, allow yourself to be a bit more active. So we're rooting down. The arms that are in contact with the ground, root down. Allow this twist, active. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, soften into that twist. Maybe the body drops a little bit more. Just notice, really allow that exhale to really soften. Maybe you come into this twist with a bit more ease from being active and then easing into it. It's amazing the difference that can make. Turn your gaze towards the left side. Close down the eyes if you haven't already. Take another breath here. And then slowly rolling back. Take your time. Keep the arms wide. You can keep the knees bent if you want to. And allow the knees to fall in towards each other. Or you can extend the legs and come into your Shavasana. Just arrive here. Close down those eyes. Notice your glorious breath. As you breathe in, it gently trickles its way through your body. Allowing that breath to grow a little bit deeper and wider, having a bit more substance to it. Take a few moments here, breathing deeply in and out through your nose like we did at the beginning. Feeling those lungs and ribs expand as you breathe in. Everything settling and squeezing that air out as you breathe out. A couple more. When you're ready, just go back to your natural breath, your ebb and flow. Reaching your hands up above your head. Just take a full stretch. Point and flex through those toes. And then bend your knees. You can hug them in again if you need to, if you want to. And then roll over and just pause in this fetal position, resting your head on that underarm just for a moment. And then slowly rolling back up into a comfortable seat. Again, just notice this feeling as you arrive here. Breathe in and exhale, release. Bringing your hands to your heart. To always have kind and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth for kind and loving words. And to the third eye for kind and loving thoughts to yourself, to those around you, and the rest of the world. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.